neuropsychologically. You can think about this neuropsychologically. So if you're looking for meaning, meaning is a form of incentive reward. And incentive reward is dopaminergically mediated. And incentive reward occurs in relationship to advancement towards a goal, which is a form of entropy minimization, as it turns out, according to Carl Friston, who knows this sort of thing.
Entropy is the ultimate boss battle.
Yeah, right. Well, negative emotion signifies the emergence of entropy, and positive emotion on the dopaminergic side signals its reduction. But there's something that's more complex there, because the higher the goal that you're trying to attain, the more intrinsic value each step towards it comprises, and that's neuropsychologically accurate. And so,
hey there, amazing minds. Have you ever paused to relate to what Jordan Peterson was speaking to in that intro? Seriously? What if we all took a moment to peel back the layers of our motivations? I mean, think about it. What drives you on the surface versus what fuels your soul? What about the difference between the shiny things you want and the profound needs that truly nourish you? Are you familiar with the term dopamine dump? That exhilarating rush we chase for that quick jolt of pleasure? If you're nodding along, you're definitely not alone. But here's the kicker. What happens when that rush fizzles out? Are you left feeling a little empty? Today, we're embarking on an exciting journey into the depths of motivation. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's unravel this together.
So I'll give you an example of that. So in the Sermon on the Mount's a very detailed set of instructions. So there's 3 parts to it. The first is aim at the highest thing that you can possibly conceive of and keep modifying that so your aim gets better. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is make the presumption that other people have the same intrinsic value as you do.
Well, we have to be careful about that one.
Okay, well, let's discuss that. But it's a, what would you say? It's a recognition of the universalist value of everyone who's made in the image of God. It's something like that. But the third thing is, once you do those 2 things, you can concentrate on the moment.
It's so easy to get swept away by those instant gratification moments. The likes, the shares, the fleeting joys. But have you ever stopped to consider the hidden costs of relying solely on those dopamine-driven highs? Imagine this. You post something on social media and it goes viral. The thrill is electric. But when that high fades, what's left? Often, it's a stark plunge into a low that leaves us feeling inconsistent and unfulfilled. Sound familiar? Now, let's flip the script. What if we shifted our focus from those momentary dopamine hits to something far more profound? What if we anchored ourselves in motivations that resonate with our purpose? What truly drives you at your core? Is it the passion to create, the desire to uplift others, or the thirst for knowledge and growth? As we dive into these ideas, I want you to reflect on your own motivations. Are you caught in the cycle of chasing the next dopamine high? Or are you reaching for something that resonates on a deeper level? Let's break this down. Have you ever found yourself lost in the chase for superficial validation? Maybe it's the latest trends or curating the perfect Instagram aesthetic. But what happens when the likes dry up? How does that feel? When we cling to superficial motivations, we often find ourselves on a wild emotional roller coaster. One moment we're soaring, feeling like we can conquer the world, and the next, we're grappling with self-doubt and insecurity. It's exhausting, isn't it? But here's the good news. By tapping into deeper motivations, those aligned with our values and purpose, we can cultivate a more stable foundation. Think back to a moment when you felt completely in sync with your true self. Maybe it was during a creative project, a heart-to-heart conversation, or a quiet moment of reflection. What did that clarity feel like? Was it a warm glow in your chest, a surge of purpose, or a sense of belonging? These moments of alignment aren't just fleeting gifts. They can become more frequent if we consciously nurture them. Now it's your turn. What motivates you? Are you chasing dopamine, or are you seeking something deeper? Do you find fulfillment in your daily activities, or are you just going through the motions? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's ignite a vibrant conversation about the true nature of motivation and how we can shift our focus to uncover more fulfillment in our lives. Remember, while the dopamine rush can be a thrill ride, it's the deeper motivations that bring lasting joy and satisfaction. Let's challenge ourselves to dig deeper, reflect on what truly drives us, and support each other on this incredible journey of self-discovery and growth. Understanding dopamine, its role in motivation and anxiety. In our pursuit of understanding human behavior, dopamine is often highlighted as a key player in our brain's reward system. This neurotransmitter influences our feelings of pleasure, motivation, and satisfaction. However, it's essential to understand how dopamine works and the potential consequences of becoming overly reliant on its effects, including the anxiety that may accompany it. What is dopamine? Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a chemical messenger that transmits signals in the brain and other areas of the body. It is crucial for various functions, including 1. Reward and pleasure. Dopamine is released in response to rewarding stimuli, such as food, social interactions, or achievements. This release creates feelings of pleasure and satisfaction, reinforcing behaviors that lead to these rewards. 2. Motivation. Beyond just pleasure, dopamine is involved in motivation. It helps us anticipate rewards and drives us to pursue goals. When we set out to achieve something, our brain releases dopamine to encourage us to continue our efforts. 3. Learning. Dopamine plays a role in learning processes, especially in associating certain behaviors with rewards. This learning mechanism helps us repeat actions that yield positive outcomes. The cycle of dopamine and attachment. While dopamine is essential for motivation and reward, an over-reliance on dopamine-driven activities can lead to attachment to certain behaviors or stimuli. This can happen in several ways. Consistent reward seeking. Engaging in activities that trigger significant dopamine release can create a cycle where we constantly seek those rewards, whether they come from social media, gaming, or other pleasurable activities. Desensitization. Over time, the brain may require more stimulation to achieve the same level of dopamine release, leading individuals to seek out more intense experiences or engage in behaviors more frequently. Reduced satisfaction. As we become accustomed to high levels of dopamine stimulation, everyday activities may no longer provide the same level of satisfaction, leading to a reliance on more stimulating experiences. Dopamine-related anxiety. An interesting aspect of dopamine is its connection to anxiety, particularly when it comes to motivation and reward. Here's how it can manifest. 1. Anticipation and pressure. The anticipation of a reward can create pressure to perform. This pressure can lead to anxiety, especially if one feels that they must achieve a specific outcome to receive the dopamine reward. 2. Fear of failure. If an individual becomes overly attached to the need for dopamine-driven rewards, the fear of failing to achieve these rewards can create significant anxiety. This fear can be paralyzing, making it difficult to take action. 3. Motivational conflict. The desire for the dopamine rush can create a conflict between wanting to engage in a task and feeling overwhelmed by anxiety about the potential outcomes. This conflict or inaction. Understanding dopamine's role in our brain helps us navigate our motivations and desires. While it is a vital component of our reward system, becoming overly attached to dopamine-driven experiences can lead to anxiety and decreased motivation. By recognizing these patterns, we can work towards a healthier relationship with our pursuits, focusing on intrinsic motivation and finding satisfaction in the process rather than solely in the rewards. Balancing our activities and creating a diverse range of fulfilling experiences can help mitigate the anxiety associated with dopamine-driven behaviors and enhance our overall well-being. In our journey towards greater motivation and energy, it's essential to understand the role of managing expectations and being attuned to our purpose. When we set realistic expectations for ourselves, we can alleviate unnecessary stress and anxiety, which often drain our energy reserves. By aligning our goals with our deeper purpose, we create a sense of clarity and direction that can invigorate our spirit and enhance our motivation. When we are in tune with our purpose, we naturally free up energy in our bodies. This alignment allows us to focus our efforts on what truly matters to us, making our tasks feel more meaningful and engaging. As we manage our expectations, we also cultivate a more positive mindset, which can further boost our energy levels. In addition to managing expectations and aligning with our purpose, several other lifestyle factors play a crucial role in increasing our energy. These include 1. Diet. Consuming a balanced diet rich in whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins can provide the nutrients our bodies need to function optimally. 2. Exercise. Regular physical activity is a powerful way to boost energy. It releases endorphins, improves circulation, and enhances overall well-being. 3. Meditation. Practicing meditation can help clear the mind, reduce stress, and increase mental clarity, which contributes to higher energy levels. 4. Breath work. Engaging in breathwork techniques helps to oxygenate the body, calms the nervous system, and promotes a sense of relaxation and vitality. 5. Visualizations. Using visualization techniques can energize our minds and bodies by creating a mental image of our goals and aspirations, motivating us to take action. 6. Sleep. High-quality sleep detoxes the brain, allows for hormonal regulation, and results in more energy, mental clarity, and improved moods. Granted, it's a bit of chicken and the egg here. Many of you may be seeking the motivation to get these very lifestyle habits integrated in your life. If so, pick one thing at a time and do something that immerses you in it daily. Don't wait for the dopamine to hit. We get the reward after we earn it in most cases. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we can significantly enhance our energy and motivation. Remember, managing expectations and connecting with our purpose are foundational steps that can lead to a more energized and fulfilling life. Now, I want to hear from you. What motivates you? Are you chasing dopamine, or are you seeking something deeper? Do you find fulfillment in your daily activities, or are you just going through the motions? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about the true nature of motivation and how we can shift our focus to find more fulfillment in our lives.
If you want to build a winning attitude, you need to take time, and this is probably going to surprise you based on what you've heard me say so far, but you need to take time to be quiet. You need to do it at least 4 or 5 times a week. A lot of people say, well, that guy keeps talking about time for this and time for that. I don't have time for all of these things. Let me tell you how you can create an extra 3 hours every day of your life, guaranteed. Over 70% of all of the time spent watching television, you're watching things you have no interest in watching. Let me encourage you to do this. Take a slow, lazy, drifting, absolutely meaningless walk. Just almost go to sleep on the walk. Not an exercise walk, you need to do those too, but a very quiet walk. Pick out a place in your home where you can be absolutely quiet on occasion. If you have to get up 30 minutes earlier, that's wonderful.
Hey guys, Coach Jerry with Peak Synergy, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. If you're interested in getting help with guided meditations, breathwork, visualizations, and other things that can help you get the most energy and motivation out of your day, head on over to our playlist where we've got mini workshops designed to introduce you to these very important concepts. And if you found value in this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified of all of our future content and helpful information. All right, guys, cheers to your success. Peace, much love, live well. See you next time.